Welcome to the deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to escape this winter weather?
Always.
Me too. Let's head straight to the sunny West Coast.
Bang.
We're diving into an MSN article.
Right.
They highlighted 12 beautiful beach towns along the Pacific. I think our listeners are going to want to add a few of these to their travel bucket list for sure. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. This list, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
It shows how diverse the West Coast really is.
Yeah.
You know, you've got these charming little seaside towns right up against these rugged coastlines.
Right.
And then everything in between.
Yeah.
It's really amazing the range of experiences that you can have.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this deep dive so exciting. You know,
Yeah.
whether you're, a hardcore surfer, or maybe you're a history buff, or even if you're just someone who wants some peace and quiet, a little R&R by the ocean, you know, I feel like there is a town on this list for everyone.
Definitely.
But before we get too carried away, let's start down south in California.
Let's do it. California dreamin'.
All right, first stop is San Clemente.
Okay.
It's basically synonymous with surf culture.
It is.
And we all know, I mean, California's famous for its waves, but San Clemente is considered the birthplace of American surfing. I mean, why this place? What do you think it is about San Clemente that made it such a hub for surfing?
You know, the consistent waves definitely play a role.
Yeah.
But I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
San Clemente has this really, it's a unique combination of factors
Okay.
that just came together at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Beautiful beaches, perfect for learning how to surf,
Right.
and a very laid-back atmosphere.
Yeah.
It attracted free spirits,
Yeah.
artists,
Right.
and then you add in trestles.
Yeah. Tell me about trestles. I mean, it's mentioned in the article, but,
Oh, yeah.
what makes it so special?
Trestles is, well, it's more than just a single surf break.
Okay.
It's actually a series of breaks.
Oh, wow.
And that's what makes it so special.
Okay.
You've got lower trestles, which is perfect for learning, and then you have upper trestles, which has these really challenging waves that test even the most seasoned surfers.
Wow.
It's that variety,
Yeah.
and the fact that the waves are so consistent that make it world class.
So it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure surf spot.
Kind of, yeah.
So for someone who's never been to San Clemente, would you say, like any serious surfer, this is a must visit?
Absolutely. It's a chance to really experience surf culture at its roots.
Yeah.
And to test your skills at one of the most famous surf breaks in the world.
All right. So next up on our California adventure, we're hopping over to Catalina Island.
Right.
To the town of Avalon.
Sounds good.
Now, the article mentions Avalon having this, distinct European vibe.
Yeah.
Which I thought was so interesting.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
Avalon has a pretty fascinating history.
Okay.
It was actually developed as a tourist destination back in the early 1900s by William Wrigley Jr., the chewing gum magnate.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he wanted to create this Mediterranean-style escape.
Okay.
And so he brought in palm trees.
Okay.
He built the iconic Catalina Casino.
Right.
And even brought a herd of bison to the island.
What?
Yeah. And so his legacy is still felt today. You can see it in the architecture.
Wow.
The narrow streets and the overall ambiance.
So it really does have that European vibe.
It does. Yeah.
That's so interesting. And speaking of unexpected things,
Yeah.
the article also highlights Avalon's incredible scuba diving.
Yeah.
They mention these vibrant kelp forests.
Oh,
Why are those noteworthy?
Kelp forests are so important.
Yeah.
They're essential to the ocean's health.
Okay.
They're a habitat for countless species, fish, invertebrates, marine mammals.
Wow.
And they're also just incredibly beautiful to dive through.
Okay.
So imagine just swimming through these underwater forests,
Yeah.
with the sunlight filtering in through the canopy,
Yeah.
all these creatures darting in and out of the kelp. It's an experience unlike any other.
That sounds magical.
It really is.
So you've got the European charm above water,
Mm-hmm.
and then this underwater wonderland.
Right.
So Avalon seems like you said, a place where you could have such a diverse experience.
You really can. That's what makes it so special.
Yeah, so you can spend the morning exploring the town, maybe the afternoon diving in the kelp forests, and then in the evening catch a show at the historic Catalina Casino Theater.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, good mix of culture, history, and nature.
Yeah, I like that. All right, well, from that vibrant energy of Avalon, we're going to move on to a town that's described as being a little bit more laid back, having more of a small town vibe.
Good.
And that's Avila Beach.
Yeah, Avila Beach.
What kind of experience can we expect there?
So Avila Beach is all about slowing down,
Like,
enjoying the simple pleasures.
yeah.
It's a place where you can stroll along the pier, watch the sea otters playing around, or you can hike the bluffs for these panoramic ocean views.
Oh, wow.
It's just the perfect escape for anyone who wants to unwind and reconnect with nature.
That sounds nice. Now, the article mentioned the Avila Beach Pier and the Point San Luis Lighthouse as must-sees. Is there anything else that we should add to that list?
The Shell Beach Bluff Trail.
Okay.
It's a great option for a scenic hike.
Okay.
It's got stunning views of the coastline.
Nice.
And it's a popular spot to go whale watching during migration season.
Oh, wow.
And, if you're interested in the town's history,
Yeah.
the Point San Luis Lighthouse is a fascinating place to explore.
Okay.
It's been guiding ships along the Central Coast for over 130 years.
Wow. Avila Beach sounds like a perfect blend of relaxation and exploration.
It is.
Definitely going on my list.
Yeah, I think you'd love it. It's a hidden gem on the Central Coast.
Okay. Now, our next stop takes us to a town that's dominated by a pretty iconic landmark,
Okay.
and that's Morro Bay.
Morro Bay, yeah.
What comes to mind when you think of Morro Bay?
Well, it's hard to think of Morro Bay without picturing Morro Rock,
Yeah.
that majestic volcanic plug that rises out of the ocean.
It's pretty amazing.
It's such a defining feature of the landscape and really sets the tone for the town.
It does, yeah. The article mentioned that Morro Bay is known for its abundance of wildlife.
It is.
What kind of creatures might you encounter there?
Oh, all sorts.
Yeah.
Morro Bay is a haven for wildlife.
Wow.
You've got sea otters, harbor seals, sea lions,
Oh, okay.
and all kinds of shorebirds.
Nice.
The Morro Bay estuary
Yeah.
is one of the most biologically productive estuaries on the entire West Coast.
Wow.
And so it attracts a huge range of creatures.
Wow.
You can see them from the shore a lot of times.
Oh, cool.
Or you can take a kayak tour for a closer look.
Kayaking through there with all those animals sounds incredible.
It is.
And I love that the article even suggests surfing at Morro Rock. I mean, that's not something you see every day.
No, definitely a unique experience.
Yeah.
The waves can be pretty challenging.
Okay.
So it's a popular spot for experienced surfers.
Right.
Plus, you can't beat the view of Morro Rock from the water.
No, that's true. All right. Well, from Morro Bay, we're going to head north to a town that's been described as both charming and elegant.
Okay.
And that's Carmel by the Sea.
Carmel.
What makes Carmel by the Sea stand out from all the other towns we've talked about so far?
Carmel by the Sea has this distinct European feel.
Okay.
It's known for these fairy tale cottages,
Mm-hmm.
cobblestone streets, art galleries.
Oh, wow.
It's a place where you can, wander through hidden courtyards,
Yeah.
sip wine at a sidewalk cafe,
That sounds nice.
or browse these high-end boutiques.
Okay.
It's a little bit of European sophistication right there on the California coast.
Wow. The article specifically mentions Ocean Avenue for shopping and art galleries.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other must-see spots in Carmel by the Sea?
Well, you can't go to Carmel without driving the 17-mile drive.
Okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a scenic road that winds through the Del Monte Forest,
Okay.
and it passes by all these stunning ocean vistas.
Yeah.
Cypress trees clinging to the cliffs.
Yeah.
And you'll pass by the iconic Pebble Beach golf links.
Oh, wow.
It's really an unforgettable experience.
I'm hearing a lot of unforgettable experiences today. I'm starting to think I need to book a flight to California like AS. You won't regret it.
There's so much to see and do along that coast.
There is, yeah.
All right, well, before we leave California, we have one more stop,
Okay.
and that is Carpinteria.
Carpinteria.
The article describes it as a relaxed beach town with a vibrant community.
Yeah.
What kind of vibe can we expect there?
Carpinteria is a hidden gem.
Okay.
It's a place where you can escape the crowds,
Yeah,
enjoy a slower pace of life.
and really just soak in the California sunshine.
Nice.
It's known for its beautiful beaches, like Rincon Beach,
Okay.
which is famous for surfing,
Okay.
and a really charming downtown
Nice.
with a good mix of shops and restaurants.
Now, I have to ask about this.
Yeah.
The article mentions the National Avocado Festival.
Oh, it's a must-do.
Tell me about that.
If you're in the area in October,
Okay.
you have to go. Carpinteria is known for its avocado groves.
Okay.
And this festival celebrates all things avocado.
Sure.
You've got avocado-themed food, drinks, contests, and even an avocado parade.
An avocado parade.
It's really fun and quirky.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it captures the spirit of the town.
Avocado ice cream anyone. I think I just found my new favorite festival.
That's great.
And before we head north into the Pacific Northwest, there's one more town we need to mention.
Okay.
And that's Mendocino.
Mendocino, yeah.
What makes it stand out?
Mendocino is this. It's a captivating blend of rugged beauty and kind of like artistic charm.
Oh.
Think dramatic cliffs overlooking the Pacific.
Wow.
Towering redwood forests.
Nice.
And a town center that's filled with these galleries and boutiques.
Oh, I love that.
You can hike along the bluffs, explore tide pools,
Yeah.
or browse the work of local artists.
That sounds awesome.
It's a place that really inspires creativity and a sense of wonder.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Captivating, unforgettable, magical. The California coast really is living up to its reputation.
It really is. It never disappoints.
All right. Are you ready to trade the California sunshine for the rugged beauty of the Pacific Northwest?
Let's do it. I'm ready for a change of scenery.
All right, let's do it. All right, we're trading in those flip-flops for hiking boots.
Okay.
Because we're heading north to the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
First up is Newport, Oregon.
Okay.
A town that seems to just embody that classic Pacific Northwest vibe. What comes to mind for you when you think of Newport, Oregon?
Oh, for me, it's got to be those dramatic cliffs.
Yeah.
The rugged coastline, and that sense of wildness you just get from being on the edge of the continent.
Right.
Newport's a place where you can really feel the power of the Pacific.
Yeah, I can see that. The article mentions the Yaquina Head Lighthouse as a must-see.
Yeah.
What makes it so special?
Well, Yaquina Head, it's more than just a lighthouse.
Okay.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah.
You've got that towering lighthouse itself perched on this cliff overlooking the ocean.
Wow.
And then there are tide pools teeming with life.
Nice.
And you've got the chance to spot whales migrating offshore.
Oh, wow.
It's a place where you can really connect with, both the history
Yeah.
and the natural beauty of the Oregon coast.
It sounds like a perfect spot to spend an afternoon exploring.
Oh, definitely.
And for those that love marine life, they've got the Oregon Coast Aquarium.
That's right. Yeah.
What are some of the unique things you can see and experience there?
Well, the Oregon Coast Aquarium it's really cool because it focuses on the marine ecosystems of the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So they have this massive open ocean exhibit where you can see sharks, rockfish, even sea turtles all swimming around. And then they have a really cool sea otter exhibit.
I'm fascinated by sea otters.
Oh, they're amazing.
They're so playful and intelligent.
Right? They're incredible creatures. And they actually play a vital role in the health of the kelp forests.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
Which we talked about earlier, how essential those are to the marine ecosystem.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So from that rugged beauty of Newport,
Yeah.
we're going to move on to Astoria,
Okay.
a town that has this unique connection to Hollywood.
It does.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so Astoria was the filming location for the 80s classic, The Goonies.
Oh, yeah.
And so for fans of the movie,
Yeah.
it's like a pilgrimage site.
Wow.
They can visit the actual house where the Goonies lived,
Oh, wow.
explore those tunnels where they had their adventures, and even see the Fratelli's hideout.
That's so cool. So even beyond, the Goonies connection, Astoria has rich history, right?
Absolutely. It was founded in the early 1800s
Wow.
and was actually one of the first American settlements on the Pacific coast.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And so it played a major role in the fur trade and the development of the whole Northwest.
Wow.
So that history is still really evident today
Okay.
in the town's architecture, museums, and the overall ambiance.
The article mentioned the Columbia River Maritime Museum.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of insights into Astoria's past can we find there?
Well, the museum tells this incredible story of the Columbia River
Okay.
and how it shaped the region. You can learn about the Native American tribes who lived along the river,
Yeah.
the early explorers that charted its course,
Right.
and the different industries that thrived on its banks.
Wow.
It's a fascinating journey through time.
Okay, so now I'm picturing myself wandering through Astoria,
Yeah.
imagining the Goonies on their adventure,
Right.
and then diving into the town's history, the museum.
Yeah.
It sounds like a perfect mix of nostalgia and discovery.
I think you'd really enjoy it. So it's a town with a lot of character,
Yeah,
a unique blend of influences.
I like that. All right, our next stop takes us to Bandon,
Okay.
a town where, as the article says, redwood forests meet the Pacific.
It's true.
What kind of experience can you expect in a place like that?
Oh, Bandon is all about embracing that dramatic beauty of the Oregon coast.
Yeah.
You know, you've got these towering redwood forests that just sweep down to the edge of the cliffs.
Wow.
And then these wild, windswept beaches where you can just watch the waves crash against the shore.
The article mentioned horseback riding on the black sand beach.
Oh, it's amazing.
That sounds incredible.
It really is. You can ride along the shore
Yeah.
with the wind in your hair, the sound of the waves in your ears. It's such a great way to connect with that raw beauty of the coast.
And I have to ask about these like cozy inns perched on the shoreline.
Oh, yeah.
That just sounds like the perfect place to like unwind after a day of exploring.
There are some incredible places to stay in Bandon.
Yeah.
You can find charming bed and breakfasts with ocean views,
Okay.
rustic cabins, you know, nestled in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
even luxury resorts right on the beach.
Wow.
It really just depends on what your budget and your style is.
All right, well, from the rugged coast of Bandon,
Yeah.
we're moving north to a town that's described as picture perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Seabrook, Washington.
Seabrook.
What makes Seabrook so visually appealing?
Well, Seabrook is a planned community
Okay.
that was really designed to like capture that charm of a traditional seaside village.
Okay.
And they've really paid attention to detail,
Yeah.
from the architecture of the houses to the landscaping of the streets. It's very walkable, with these cute shops, cafes, and restaurants, all within easy reach.
Cool.
And then, of course, there's the beach, which is just stunning.
The article mentioned that Seabrook is surrounded by towering pines and dense forests.
It is.
What kind of outdoor activities can we enjoy there?
Well, if you're a hiker, you're in luck.
Okay.
There are miles of trails
Wow.
winding through those forests and along the bluffs.
Okay.
And they offer incredible views of the ocean. You can also go biking,
Yeah.
kayaking. You can even try stand-up paddle boarding.
Wow.
And if you're a nature enthusiast, you know, there's tons of opportunities to spot wildlife,
Cool.
from bald eagles to whales.
Seabrook sounds like the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and just reconnect with nature.
It really is. It's a place where you can slow down,
Yeah.
breathe in the fresh air,
Yeah.
and just be present.
I like that. Our final stop on this West Coast adventure takes us to Friday Harbor.
Okay.
It's a town located on San Juan Island.
San Juan Island, yeah.
What kind of experience awaits us there?
Friday Harbor it's a vibrant town
Okay.
with this unique blend of natural beauty,
Yeah.
maritime history,
Mm-hmm.
and artistic flair.
Okay.
So you can spend your days whale watching,
Yes.
kayaking around those islands,
Yeah.
or exploring the shops and galleries back in town.
Yeah.
And then, you know, in the evening,
Yeah.
enjoy fresh seafood at a waterfront restaurant
Sounds
or
good.
catch a live music performance.
The article mentioned whale watching.
Yeah?
What kind of whales might we see in the waters around Friday Harbor?
Well, the San Juan Islands are one of the best places in the world to
Yeah.
see orcas,
Wow.
also known as killer whales.
Yeah.
They're resident to these waters,
Wow.
and you can often spot them from shore or on a boat tour.
Cool.
You might also see humpback whales, minke whales, even gray whales during their migration.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm officially sold. Whale watching,
Yeah.
kayaking, fresh seafood, and a vibrant art scene. Friday Harbor sounds like the perfect way to end our West Coast journey.
I think you'll love it. It's a really special place.
Well, we've explored 12 incredible towns, each with its own unique charm
Yeah.
and personality.
It's amazing.
You know, from the surf culture of Southern California
Wow.
to the wild beauty of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
The West Coast has so much to offer.
It really is amazing, isn't it?
It is.
What really stood out to me is
Yeah.
how each town, it kind of tells a story,
Yeah.
whether it's the history of the place, the culture of the people,
Right.
the natural wonders that surround it.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something more to discover.
You're so right. And I think that's a great takeaway for our listeners.
Yeah.
When you're planning your next trip, don't just focus on, the destination.
Yeah.
Think about the stories you want to experience,
Right.
the memories that you want to create.
Exactly.
I know.
And speaking of stories, which town story really resonated with you the most?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's like choosing a favorite song.
Right.
They all kind of evoke different emotions and memories.
They do.
But if I had to pick just one town whose story really captured my imagination,
Yeah.
I'd have to say Avalon.
Oh, Avalon. Okay.
The idea of this European-style escape, right?
yeah.
Nestled on a California island, the history, that vibrant underwater world,
Yeah.
it speaks to me. It feels like it has the best of both worlds, right? You have that old world charm combined with that sense of adventure.
What about you?
What about you?
That's a great choice.
Yeah.
Avalon is definitely unique. For me, the town that really resonated was Mendocino.
Oh, Mendocino. Okay.
Yeah, there's something about that combination of, the rugged coastline, towering redwoods, and that kind of artistic, almost bohemian spirit that really appeals to me. I can just imagine spending my days hiking along the bluffs, exploring the galleries, and then just, curling up with a good book in a cozy cafe as the sun sets over the Pacific.
Oh, I love you've painted a very idyllic picture.
It's really special up there.
And I think it highlights something that we've touched on, throughout this whole deep dive.
Yeah.
The West Coast offers this incredibly diverse range of experiences. That there really is something for everyone.
Exactly. And that's what makes planning a trip to the West Coast so exciting.
Right.
You can really tailor the experience to your own specific interests.
Yeah.
Whether you're, seeking adventure or maybe just relaxation or cultural immersion or a connection with nature. It's all out there waiting to be discovered.
Well said. So to our listener who's out there dreaming of a West Coast getaway, we encourage you, take a look at this list of towns, do a little more research, and choose the destination that speaks to your soul.
That's right.
And who knows, maybe you'll even discover a hidden gem that we didn't even mention.
The possibilities are endless. And that's the beauty of travel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, embracing the unknown, and just creating those memories that will last a lifetime.
Beautifully said. And with that, we wrap up another deep dive.
We do.
We hope you've enjoyed this exploration of the 12 most beautiful beach towns on the West Coast.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
This is the Deep Dive signing off.